If you use GitLab, you can now manage changes in your data productivity cloud pipelines by connecting your GitLab repositories to a designer project. In this video, we'll show you how to connect your GitLab repo to your designer project. This feature is built for the data engineer and the data analyst that use GitLab repos to manage changes in their pipelines by connecting their GitLab repo to a designer project. You can perform standard Git commands like commit, pull, push, and merge from within Designer and collaborate with your team. You can also leverage GitLab's advanced collaboration features such as pull requests, reviews, and comparing changes between commits. We offer secure and seamless integration with GitLab via the Matillion for GitLab app. This provides high security granting and fine-grained access only to the repositories and actions required for the Data Productivity Cloud to store and retrieve data pipelines that correspond to the user's GitLab permissions. Before we get onto the demo, here are some quick notes on the prerequisites. You will need a GitLab project and a repo set up, and you'll need to make sure that the default branch is called main. There are certain rules you need to set up correctly. Users who will be committing and pushing to the GitLab repo connected to a designer project need at least the developer role. Lastly, you need to create a designer project and select GitLab as your Git provider. If the Matillion GitLab app is not yet installed for your user, you will go through the authorization process to allow the app to act on your behalf. This means any user permissions you are granting in GitLab will be respected in the Data Productivity Cloud, and any Git actions you perform in Designer is properly logged in GitLab. Now let's get on to the demo. So here is my GitLab repo. I created this repo under the project called Bring Your Own GitLab Demo, and I've already initialized this repo. That's why this has a README file and an initial commit. Now I'm going to create my project in the Data Productivity Cloud. I've added a project name and selected Snowflake as my data platform. On the Select Project Configuration page, choose the Advanced Setting option to host your own Git. Then on the Select Your Git Provider page, choose GitLab. The first time that you go through this process, you will go through an authorization flow. All you need to do is click Authorize, and this will take you to the authorization page. The app requires a few GitLab permissions. If you're happy with these, click the Authorize Matillion for GitLab button. Then the authorization is complete. So when you click Continue, you will see all the repos that you have under your user. So for this particular demo, I will select the Bring Your Own GitLab demo. Here you can select your preferred agent deployment. For this demo, I'll choose Full SaaS. Then we need to create an environment. For this example, I'll call it Test, with the access level of Admin. Also, you'll need to input the credentials for your Snowflake account. Click Continue, and I'll select my defaults. Now I've selected my Snowflake default and click Finish. And there we have it. I've successfully connected my GitLab repo to my Data Productivity Cloud project. If I click on the main branch and go to the designer, you will see the README file that was created when the repo was initialized. So now let's make some changes and commit them so that we can see them in GitLab. Let's create an orchestration pipeline, and then add a random component just for demo purposes. Then let's commit this change. Once that's committed, I will push the change to remote. And here we can see the commit that I've just recorded, and let's push that to remote. We can see here that the push was successful. with local commits being pushed to the remote branch. And now let's swap back to the GitLab repo. After refreshing the page, we can see here the commit that I've just pushed to remote. This here is the file that I created in Designer. If I go to my list of commits, then you can see the initial commit, and you have the commit that I just pushed from the Designer. You can see the name of the commit author, so everything that you do in Designer will be logged properly in GitLab. And there we have it. That's how you connect your GitLab repo to the Data Productivity Cloud. For more Data Productivity Cloud videos, please subscribe to the channel. And to get started with Matillion, visit matillion.com.